We close it out on Sportsbet. Weekend preview edition. 2 down, 2 to go. Great slate of games coming up on Sunday. Late game, Cowboys and the Broncos. Dallas is 2 on the road, 42.5 the total. Who knows what's going to happen, but it looks like Elliott could be there for much of the season, or at least half the season. We'll see what the other ruling's going to be about what the judge in Texas decided to do. In any event, Elliott had 24 for 104 on the ground against the Giants, and he had 5 receptions for 36 yards. The Denver defense struggled last year against the run. They shut down Gordon Monday night, but that's cause for concern. And Dallas has a lot of weapons, and they've been great. Remember, we'll throw out the Philadelphia game, Week 17. 6-1 on the road last year, straight up. 1 at Lambeau, 1 at Pittsburgh, Teddy.
Yeah, and 5-1-1 against the spread in those ball games. And as you mentioned, that include outright underdog wins at the Packers and at the Steelers. And that had a lot to do with the fact that their ground game was so successful. You know, when you have a young quarterback like Dak Prescott and you're bringing him on the road in a hostile environment, you need to be able to run the football. That's exactly what Dallas did last week at home against the Giants. Tough defense. They struggled a little bit in the red zone in that contest. But the bottom line is Elliott was able to move the football on the ground. And for the entire Cowboys franchise, it's like a sigh of relief because there's a decent chance that Zeke Elliott's going to be able to play the entire season this year, which obviously makes Dallas that much better, even though from a powering adjustment, it's not a huge adjustment for me. But you talk about that. I mean, we talk a lot about the Broncos pass defense, which is exceptional and as good as any, the best in the NFL, not as good as any, better than any in the NFL each of the last 2 years. They were number 28 in rushing yards allowed last year. Teams tried to run the football against Denver. Teams had success running the football against Denver in 2016. And while we didn't see a lot of that on Monday night, it's also a short week for that Broncos defense to prepare for a pretty physical rushing game.
That's a good point. I think it's a low-scoring game. Fatigue could be a problem on the field for 56 snaps and 25 minutes of possession time against the Chargers. That's something to watch. I like Simeon. I think he's a lot like Bradford. Denver got up to a good start. They were 5-2. Kubiak blew it on that Sunday night game against Kansas City, not playing for the tie. Tried a 60-yard field goal in like 20-degree weather that came up short. But then the offensive line had a ton of injuries. Anderson got hurt. No running game to speak of. That's when all hell broke loose. So they had a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter until the turnover started. So I think there's a lot of good with the offense. The defense, they beat the Chargers, and Zach Kerr was out, and he also had Crick, who was out with a back injury. Kerr started 4 games last year. He's 335. Big fella. Important to plug inside against the run. Vance Joseph. It's good for our football team with Kerr facing the Cowboys this week. A big offensive line that runs the football. That's huge for us if he comes back. They're supposed to have him in that one. Hey, guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.